NASA knows a secret about you. The U.S. government has a secret about you. The elite have a secret about you. There's a reason that black cells are literally in outer space. Your royal DNA cellular bloodline is filled with the God particle, but it lies dormant within you. Beloved, my name is Vicki Dillard. I received supernatural insight concerning your messenger DNA code from a supernatural messenger. If you're not supernatural, this isn't for you, but if it's for you, you don't want to miss my ancestral messenger DNA code activation part 2 on the most magical day of the year. Don't miss it. The link is below. Signs and wonders follow. Don't miss it. 12/12/21 is your day to ascend into your God particle. Peace, family. My name is Vicky Dylan, and I'm pleased to be a contributor here on African Diaspora News Channel. Please make sure you give today's broadcast a big thumbs up, and share. We ask that you do that because you make the Black voice more powerful, more visible. That's important for us, Black family, because you all know that there is a concerted effort to censor us, to stop, to prevent, and frustrate and foil our efforts. So when we're intentional about sharing our own messages and elevating our collective Black voice, it makes us unstoppable. Meanwhile, the white organizations and white media outlets have multi-billion-dollar budgets for their marketing. But when we activate ourselves and spread our own messages and we come together on code, baby, we're unstoppable. So thank you so much for doing that. Now, family, I want to show you something here from this Malcolm Nance. Malcolm Nance is always on like MSNBC, mainstream media outlets, and is said to be military oriented counterterrorism type expert, right? So he's one of the few Black experts that they put out there, or call it expert, one of the Black talking heads that they claim is a terrorism expert. Now, I say claim because you all know that the Mzungu, members of the oppressive class, they don't like Black folks to be too much involved in geopolitical stuff. And the reason that is because we tend to have to be the moral center. We're not the multinational corporations that's using the U.S. government to take advantage of nations all over the world, pretending like we care about sharing democracy, real democracy, which we're not. But it's really under the guise of meddling and causing mess in other nations, so that while the nations are fighting each other, while the nations are saying that their leaders are corrupt, and while the nations are saying that their leaders stole from them and stuff, America is still in y'all blind and got you focused on that one person that got $20 extra. And America is taking 20 trillion of your resources. Talk Black. I'm just talking to my Black brothers and sisters around the world. I'm not saying that your corrupt leaders should be forgiven of their complicity in the undoing of your nations and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, keep your eye on the ball and make sure that when you're dealing with the micro enemy, you're dealing with the macro enemy. They know how to create catastrophe and got you more upset with one leader instead of an entire nation and some of its multinational entities. And then they turn around and use the military as their police for some of these companies and corporations. Talk Black to me. Just want to throw that out there. Well, this Malcolm Nance tweeted this. In the wake of the white supremacist Kyle Rittenhouse murdering folk, and some folks are saying, well, he killed white people. Well, you all know he showed up because it had to do with a rally for Black folk. You all understand that this was because the whole situation was first set up. The demonstration had to do with the Black man, Jacob Blake, who was shot 6-7 times by a white police officer at close range and left him paralyzed. So he was, and plus, if you follow true Black media, you all will know we broke down all of Kyle Rittenhouse's white supremacist connections, as well as explaining his white supremacist mama, and for whatever reason, his missing white supremacist, suspected white supremacist daddy. So don't be silly and crazy. But neither here nor there. It was incidental that white folks got in the way of it. And even some of the white folks that are said to be allies with the Black folks that were there, even if the white folks' intentions weren't good, that claimed to be there as allies for Black people, that wasn't the perception that Kyle Rittenhouse and his mama had. Re-listen to what I just said if you missed it. Listen again. Listen again and again. The way the trial was conducted lets you know that this is a white supremacist issue. And you all know that members of the oppressive class have a long history of punishing white folks that get off cold with white supremacy. Now watch this. Malcolm Nance says, tweeted, quote, "Just stop," in reference to Black folks saying that they need to start legally protecting themselves. Black folks that says that they're law-abiding, properly licensed gun carriers. Malcolm Nance is telling them not to exercise their legal rights. He said, "Just stop. I don't want to hear any more people saying now we must arm ourselves with guns against vigilantes. We don't need guns." He said this in all caps. "You need to vote." He says 34% of Dems didn't vote in Virginia, win elections to change the laws and dump bad judges and outlaw open carry. See, this is the problem with you funny looking bones and biscuits. While Black blood is shedding and spreading and flowing through the streets, your solution is always voting. That doesn't work for any other group of people. And especially when the war strategy of our open enemy isn't voting. Malcolm Nance is trying to keep his little job on MSNBC. He doesn't care nothing about Black empowerment. You all know I don't believe in recklessness. I don't believe in violating the law. I don't teach people violence. Some people get mad at me because I don't talk more about violent stuff. You all know I believe in protecting my people, telling you to be wise. But you have a God-given right and even a legal right to properly be licensed and follow the law as it relates to the Second Amendment. And the idea that they're telling you that you don't have the right to exercise all of your rights lets you know he's a full-fledged bone and biscuit, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ruckus, Shucket and Jiver raccoon. The Raccoon Society. Talk Black to me. Black people are uncheckable in America. 466 years worth of hell. I wish you would sit here and try to tell us anything we need to do. No advice, no wisdom, no tweets, no DMs, no emails, no commentary, no nothing needs to be said to us. All of your focus ought to be on the oppressive class while Black folks go build and empower themselves, teach themselves, do business with themselves, come up out of these white supremacist systems and start dealing more with as many of their people as possible that's on code. You don't get to give us any kind of advice. There's nothing that you need to tell us. Family, make sure that you get ready to join my absolutely worldwide, my next upcoming secret ancestral messenger DNA code webinar. The first one was absolutely a wild success. Signs, wonders, miracles followed, still coming in. And it's barely been a month since the first one. I'm getting ready to do part 2 on the most magical day of the year. Mark your calendars, Sunday, December 12th. See, 12/12/21. That's the most magical, one of the last most magical days of the year on a Sunday. This ancestral season, I break down what the ancestors are, the secret that's in your bloodline. But this time, the emphasis is going to be on the vault, giving you the passcodes to the vault that's in your bloodline. I'm going to do most of the event. Miracles and wonders are going to follow, but I got a secret Black guru that's going to make a brief appearance and that's going to unlock a secret, sacred wealth code. Woo, it's going to be good. You better join today. Make this if you got to shop during this season, if you believe in holidays and all that, baby, you need to invest in your spirit. Because if you invest in this, baby, this has everything to do with the benefiting and the unleashing of the God particle that's in your blood. It's going to bless you, your family, friends, and loved ones. Black family. Some of our situations are man-made by members of the oppressive class. That means that some of the criminal issues you're dealing in your bloodline, that means that some of even the ancestral issues that you're dealing with in your bloodline, incest, some of the things that you're ashamed of, some of you got family member that's locked up in prisons and stuff, you need to join this because you can stand in the gap at a distance for them. I'm going to release and unleash the cleansing of blood, your blood cellular stuff you're ashamed of. We're getting ready to clean it up. I told Spirit, bring me the worst of the worst to this event. Bring me the best of the best and the worst of the worst so that we can get you healed up, cleaned up, and then shifting in your God particle. The situations that most of our people are in, even our people that turn around and act like devils, you were made that way. Made in America. But I want to reverse it. And I'm bringing in some backup in the spirit realm as a force multiplier to the spiritual insight that I'm going to bring, and we're going to activate you. If this is for you in America and throughout the world, 7 countries showed up to the last one I did. If you want to know why, and if you want to get in on this one as well and continue to strengthen and increase your power, baby, go to my website at onpurposewithvicky.com. The link is below, onpurposewithvicky.com. Go to the purchase store and get your link today. Onpurposewithvicky.com, onpurposewithvicky.com. Mark your calendars for the most magical day of the year. Your life will never be the same.
Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.